Welcome to the second episode of Diving with Greatness. I'm Chris Padgett. My guest today is Thomas Fanning. You may recall in our first episode, Shelby Ray pointed out he was the best dressed man in our place of employment. We were originally planning on having him for episode number 4. But when he got that compliment, we got so many cards and letters from our loyal fans, we wanted to move him up immediately. We moved out Andy Dumpstorff. We were in conversations with Sally Jesse Raphael. We moved her out too, because this is what our fans wanted. Thomas, thanks for joining me.
It's my pleasure to be here.
We ate this evening at the new Albanian in New Albany, Indiana. Nice Italian place. What did you go with today?
I got a meatball sandwich. I think the bread was made from yesterday's pizza dough, but it was very good. And I'm drinking the Beek's Best Bitter beer, one of my favorites.
I went with the Italian sausage. I liked the bread. I thought the bread was pretty good. The sandwich was outstanding. Usually this is an outstanding pizza place as well. Actually, the first time I had the pizza was at your place. We had a get together at your place for a departing employee. I will ask you this, though. You may not know this. After the fact, I was accused of inviting myself to that party. Feel free to be honest.
No,
was that your take?
I don't think that was the take.
Okay.
Originally, it was going to be just the VIP team, but it kind of exploded into a free-for-all, so I wouldn't say that was fair.
Well, there are some very important people who have told me they thought I invited myself. So I'm going to get that clarification.
So she will go in there.
Now, let's go back to the remark we had from episode 1 from Shelby, talking about your fashion sense and whatnot. How would you describe your fashion philosophy?
I would say it's ever-changing. I'm working on always improving, and the theme I'm working with now, I've decided, is presidential.
Presidential?
It's less whatever's trendy, whatever's cool for the year, more basic colors, basic styles, good fitting clothes.
One of the things she pointed out, though, was your socks.
Yes.
And you do get a little crazy with socks.
This is true.
Is that the one area you
That is
feel
the one area I will always go overboard. Today is some kind of polka dots with blues and pinks.
Which we're not going to show you, but trust me, he's got polka dot socks on. What about, what's your thought on accessories? Cufflinks,
I think cufflinks,
lapel pins, pocket squares.
I think they're classy when done in moderation. When done tastefully.
Yeah, I don't think it's something, accessories is something you want to overdo.
Yeah.
But
like
yeah,
guys who have bracelets that are always clinking together, or they have huge poofy pocket squares that look dated.
You don't bring out every toy in the war chest every time you get dressed.
No, you say something special for
Yeah.
the followers.
Is there any particular make or brand that appeals to you that you like?
My best everyday dress shoe is Cole Haan. They fit my white feet perfectly.
Yeah.
And I really am liking suits from a company called Combatant Gentlemen. They were a startup, I think in 2012. They have their own herd sheep in Italy. They share their own sheep. They in-house make their own suits. So like a full 3-piece modern fit suit is under $200.
That's cool.
And where I work, I don't care about expensive suits. It's not worth it.
No, it certainly is not worth it. If you get them, great, but it's certainly. We work at a place where there's a lot of smoke.
Yeah,
So.
you can bet it's gonna get smoked on, or a beer spilled on you. So not worth it.
You're one of the music lovers in the department. Who's your favorite musical artist?
Elton John. No question.
How many times have you seen him live?
11 times. I was just in my spring concert series is underway. I saw my first show in Chattanooga 2 weeks ago, Elton John, and then my second Elton John show in Youngstown, Ohio. Those were 10 and 11. And I'm seeing Billy Joel, maybe my second favorite, in 6 days in Keystone.
Now, you play the keyboard yourself. Was this because of your love of Elton John?
In large part, yeah. And always been attracted to that piano chord-based
I got you.
rock and roll sound.
Do you play any other instruments?
No.
Okay.
I do not. I've always thought that bass would be fun, but I've never taken the time to do it.
Now, you did some touring with the group yourself, right?
That's true.
Who was it with? Where did you go?
The summer of 2012, I worked with a band called Albanian. The lead singer was Allison and Andrea. They were based in Central Kentucky, Broken, Kentucky. And they had a CD that they had done, songs that they'd written and folks had written for them that they were publicizing. And we did probably 12 or 15 shows from June to August of the summer of 2012. We played stuff like, we played in Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio, North Carolina, just the local Midwest. Shows like...
Now, did you guys write your own music, or did you play a lot of covers?
We did probably 75% covers, 80% covers. The average would be like if we did a bar set, like we played pretty frequently at the Toby Keith's in Cincinnati. Yeah. It would be a 4-hour block of time we had on the stage. 45 minutes on, 15 minutes off for the DJ. And I would say there'd be 1 or 2 originals in each set, and maybe 6 or 8 rock and roll covers.
Is there any band or group or artist that you just shouldn't cover? And I'm not talking about you, I'm just talking about people in general. Don't try to cover these guys. Because I've got somebody in mind. I'll tell you who I'm thinking of when you're done.
I'll say anything that's overly, I would say, modern or produced. I don't want to say like disco or 80s, but it has that heavily synthesized sound that's really difficult to produce live.
I would say, unless you really have your act together, people should not try to cover Simon and Garfunkel. Because it's such a unique sound, so different. The harmonies are so specific to what they do. If you've got your act together and you can do it, that's fine. If you don't.
Otherwise.
And I will say this right now. There are very few absolute truths in this world. You don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit into the wind. Don't try to cover Bridge Over Troubled Water. Leave it to Art Garfunkel. Nobody does it better than him. John Legend couldn't do it. Elvis couldn't do it. Neither can you. Don't try. There you go. That's my advice.
I'll go with that.
That's my advice for this particular episode. Are you ready for the Tommy gun?
I'm ready. I've been waiting for this.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a hard rock?
10. I was a ballet and a ballet supervisor.
What was your first car?
And I paid $150 for a 1982 Subaru GL, 4-speed 4-wheel drive when I was 13.
What's your favorite currency outside of the dollar?
The English pound. The British pound sterling. That's a cool name.
Favorite president?
Ronald Reagan. Followed closely by Rick Nixon.
That's a gutsy call. What's the last movie you saw?
Probably on Netflix, whatever it was, or like in the theater.
We
saw The New Zoo. That's probably 3 or 4 weeks ago.
What grade would you give it?
It was a terrible movie, but you go in expecting it. I'd say it's a B+. It's exactly what you expect.
A B+ among bad movies?
Among bad movies. It was exactly what I expected.
That's all we've got for this particular episode of Dining with Greatness. Again, I want to thank Thomas Fanning for joining us. I want to thank the folks at the New Albanian for tolerating us. I don't know when we'll be back, but we will be back. Don't know who we'll be with. Maybe we'll get Sally Jesse Raphael back in talks to come back on here, or it could be somebody else. We're just not sure. Thanks for joining us.